So Ilunga Makabu stops Dmitry Kudryashov in 5 very entertaining, real hard fought rounds. This fight, let's talk about this. So Ilunga Makabu, for those who don't know, Ilunga Makabu is a South African fighter. He fights in the cruiserweight division. He's the only fight I've ever seen of him were 2 fights actually. I seen him a couple of years back when he fought a guy called Tbiso Mchunu. For those who don't know who Tbiso Mchunu is, he's the guy who beat Eddie Chambers on his cruiserweight debut. And most recently in 2016, Makabu went to Goodison Park to fight Tony Bellew and was stopped in 3 rounds. Dmitry Kudryashov, he's a Russian fighter. I think he's 23-2. Well, he's 23-3 now. All his fights have ended in knockouts. So his losses have all been knockouts and his wins have all been knockouts. He's ranked as one of the hardest punchers pound for pound in the sport. He's a very imposing figure. Definitely, he looks almost like a Viking, as you'd expect a Viking to look, is how Kudryashov looks. And the way he punches, very tudden, very ferocious. This fight started out now at a kind of, I would say, a frantic-ish pace. It started off with Makabu going to the body on Kudryashov, and Kudryashov just kind of boxing and counter punch on the back foot, which is not something you normally see from him. If you see him, he's very much a seek and destroy kind of fighter. You know, he goes in looking for them big shots early on, but he went in there against Makabu in the first round counter punching, and in the second round he came kind of with the same kind of tactics, but then it turned into a shootout. And funny enough, when it went into a shootout, Makabu was the one who came out of pretty much all the exchanges the better. And towards the end of the second round, there was an exchange. Both guys landed a shot. I believe Makabu landed a hook and Kudryashov landed an uppercut. And the uppercut that Kudryashov landed on Makabu very nearly put him down, but it didn't. But the hook that Makabu landed on Kudryashov did put him down. And Kudryashov has lost twice. He lost to a guy called Ola Duradola and Yorner Dorticos. Dorticos' loss was a one-punch knockout, okay? But when he lost to that guy Duradola, it was in 2015, and he came apart very quickly in that fight. And, you know, he was hit with a right hand, he went back to the ropes in that fight and didn't do anything, just let himself get stopped. And this fight was much the same. He really is gun heavy and just a power puncher. He has no concept of defense. He has no concept of, you know, surviving. And when he was hurt, and because he was hurt several times in this fight, he just kind of would retreat to the ropes and not do anything, or then he'd try and have an exchange with Ilunga Makabu in which he'd come off second best. And by the 5th round, I think his nose was broken. Kudryashov's nose was definitely broken because it was bleeding a lot. The referee was getting the doctor in to take a look, and towards the end of the round, Kudryashov, he was knackered because he seems to have quite poor stamina as well. He was knackered, he was taking a few shots, and the referee quite rightly just waved the fight off, awarded to Ilunga Makabu. A very good fight, a very interesting fight, but definitely wasn't a lot of skill involved. It was more of a shootout. That was all this fight really was. So the WBC silver title was on the line. I don't know what's going to happen with the full title because it was meant to be on the line last night in the Glavaki Breedis fight. It wasn't. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, whether they'll be elevated to champion or whether they'll fight for the vacant belt. I don't know. Interestingly enough, between one of the rounds, they done a kind of shootout to the crowd. And who was sitting in the crowd? Sergei Kovalev. This fight was in Russia, okay? And Sergei Kovalev, as I said in one of my previous videos about him and Anthony Yard, he has quite a serious legal case that's going on in the States. And, you know, when he was last seen, it was in Hawaii, which is close to Russia. Now he's back in Russia. For those who don't know, Russia will not expedite any of their citizens. So if you committed a crime in the US, if you get to Russia, it's all good. So it'd be interesting to see what's happening with him and Anthony Yard now. It was interesting seeing him there, so I said I'd pop that in this video. So let me know what you think down below. Did you see the fight? What did you think of it? Fights like this, not a lot of skill, but they're fun to watch. Let me know what you think down below. Did you see it? If you did, let me know. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.